But it's always like, take out this guy, take out this guy, take out this guy, take out this guy. And there's one guy left, and he does like I don't want a piece of this, and then he runs away. If I were in like the group of bad guys fighting, I would just be the second guy. And if the first guy gets his ass kicked, I'd be like, hey, everybody, we're turning around. It would appear that he's going to kick all of our asses one by one, so let's just go.
Brunch. Hit it, boys.
You know how every day someone thinks that, like, oh, this is where Trump's going down. This is where it's all. Now that this is out, it's got to be over for Trump, and then it's never over for Trump.
Yes.
We've reached the latest one of those for MoviePass. MoviePass has one of those every day, too.
Yeah, well, not every day, but like once a week at
Once
least.
a week, it's like, is the end here for MoviePass? And the answer is always, you would think.
Yeah, right. It's been circling the drain for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Now they're getting real fucking desperate now.
So people couldn't use it on Thursday, and they thought it was because they were trying to pull some shit and not let them see Mission Impossible. Is that correct? Or they also wouldn't let them do that?
They have also blacked out Mission Impossible. So if you have MoviePass, you can't watch Mission Impossible, at least for this weekend, or at least for the next couple of days. But what happened was on Thursday, people would log on to the app, and MoviePass comes up with a little fucking pop-up notification that says, hey, we're experiencing some technical difficulties, and sorry, we'll get back online as soon as we can. The technical difficulties were they ran out of fucking money.
Yes, no money left for a company that only borrows money.
Right.
That's all.
They're not making money.
So they're saying like, hey, we don't have, it's not like we haven't turned enough of a profit. They're like years away from turning a profit. They ran out of all the money that they keep borrowing. Every time you hear MoviePass news, it's that either something broke or that they borrowed more money.
Yes.
And after borrowing all this money,
or that they're implementing more
bad rules.
Yes, exactly.
So they ran out of money, and their solution was, as usual,
to borrow more money,
and
then run out of that.
Yes, like a quick $5 million, and did they like burn through that right away?
I would imagine so. Like $5 million doesn't go anywhere for MoviePass.
Drop in the hat.
Yeah,
for them.
right, and drop in the hat.
Is that what? Is it drop in the pan? Drop in the bucket?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, that
gravy term.
That makes sense why they would black out Mission Impossible, because Mission Impossible is going to crush this weekend, and if they let people go see that, then that's done by Saturday.
Well, it's interesting you bring up Mission Impossible and MoviePass, because I have a personal announcement. You are looking at the newest Stubbs A-list member. I've accepted
an offer.
I've accepted a Stubbs A-list membership.
Nice.
I realized it looked like it was going to happen early Thursday. I went to see Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again for a second time, and I couldn't see it again on MoviePass because of that thing, and plus it was in IMAX, so I should have gotten it then.
You went to see Mamma Mia in IMAX?
Yeah. It was awesome.
That's great.
And
why are they even playing that in IMAX?
I have no idea, but just like the time was right, and I was like, IMAX? Hell yeah.
Time's always right for Mamma Mia, too.
Exactly. So I did that, and I was like, you know what? I should sign up for AMC Stubbs, but I was a little hungover, so I was like, I'll do it some other time. And then later that night, I went to see Mission Impossible 2, and I was like, you know what? I've now done two things, because this was in 3D. Okay, so I was like, now I've done two things that I could have done with Stubbs A-list. You know what? I will accept that offer.
Believe you can retroactively get credit for those movies.
That's right, you can,
because they say that before the actual movie comes on the screen.
Yes, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I'm not far behind you. I've been considering it. Now I think I'm a lot closer with all this MoviePass bullshit. I'm going to say it. I love all the stuff that MoviePass has done for me, but MoviePass fucking sucks.
It's the worst. It's given me hours of content. It's done a lot.
Done a lot of favors for us.
Yes.
But you're only as good as what you've done for me lately, and there's been a lot of bullshit lately. Yeah. And I've heard that there's a lot more surge pricing recently. I haven't experienced that. I don't know if it's because I paid up front. So I paid for the year. Mm-hmm. I think I'm contractually with MoviePass till December. But I think I'm going to sign up for stubs on top of that because I'm not paying for MoviePass every month.
Yeah.
I already paid up front. So it's not really like I'm not getting hit twice.
So that money's already gone in your mind.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to sign up for stubs.
That's the mindset of someone who's bad with money.
Yeah,
and I'm the
terrible.
same exact thing.
Terrible.
Like that money's gone. Same with if you thought something was going to cost you money, like a lot of money, it only cost you a little bit of money. Your first move is then to go spend the rest of the money. Yeah, it's like having a surplus.
Even it out. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's very, very exciting. Another MoviePass thing. It has you take the picture.
Yeah.
And I've accidentally taken the picture of the receipt a million times, and it says, it's like, receipt.
It says it in all capitals.
Don't put it in the microwave, not the receipt. So I've done that a lot of times, and I haven't gotten anything because I think that they've got so much other shit to fry that they're not thinking about that. So MoviePass users, send us what you send to them, submit to them as a picture to see if it's passable. Like I used to sign.
We should just take selfies.
No, like seriously, I'm going to take a picture of me doing like the Raymond hands, holding up the ticket, holding up the receipt, and I'm sure that it'll be passable. So yeah, MoviePass users, send us what you send them as a joke. I used to do stuff like that all the time. I used to sign my receipts, not my name. I would,
really?
Like one of my friends would always sign like King George and shit like that. I used to define words on receipts. That was a fun little thing to do. And like, what are they gonna do?
I mean,
it's not a thing,
right? What if you just like what if you put a stub down on the table and you just flopped your dick right next to it and then took the picture of it?
Well, the PG version of flopping your dick down is doing the
Raymond hands.
Raymond hands. I for a thing I spoke at a camp. There's like a sports broadcasting camp.
Ooh,
so
sounds like a good time.
It was wild. It was like a bunch of it was cool, but it also like gave me pause. It was a bunch of children who knew that they want to be in the sports media. And I was like, "Oh man, don't know what you want to do yet."
Your life.
Yeah, I don't know what you want to do yet. So it was like I talked to them, I did questions and answers, and then after they like came, like everyone took pictures, and they had these like Disney autograph book things, and some of them were like, "Can I have your autograph?" Even though they definitely didn't know who I was. So I just wrote something different every time. I wrote Alex Abrinas for pretty much all of them. Because like these kids knew more about sports than anybody who actually works in the sports media.
Okay.
And when we fielded questions, like the first one was like, "You look like Alex Abrinas from the Oklahoma City Thunder," and I was like,
"That's awesome.
Thank you. I'm a big Steven Adams fan. Do you guys know Steven Adams?" And then we got like 10 more minutes out of Steven Adams talk.
Nice. So that camp got their money's worth, huh?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, really good time for them. Anyway, as an A-list member, I'm already enjoying some of the perks. Just signing up in advance is a game changer. MoviePass is starting to allow that. They said though, right?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think
it doesn't sound like them.
No, definitely not. They only do bad things.
Yeah.
No, I think like their next thing is that you can bring a friend. Which. I don't care.
Make your movie experience worse.
Yes. Yeah. But I think that's like a big reason why I'm very interested in the AMC one because I bought my ticket for Mission Impossible because it's a blockbuster.
Yeah.
It's gonna fill up. Like I almost didn't get a seat for the fucking Equalizer this week.
Yeah, that's right. On a Sunday.
So I bought my ticket for Mission Impossible. I'm just gonna sign up for stubs.
Yeah, it's worth it. So we saw Mission Impossible 2, and I don't think that either of us need to make any lie about it, hedge our bets or anything. I'm assuming we both loved it.
I fucking loved it.
That movie was unbelievable.
It was incredible.
One of the best action movies I've seen in so long.
I put it out on Twitter, and I'm going to make it official here on this podcast. Mm-hmm. It is my favorite action movie theater-going experience since I saw The Dark Knight in theaters.
I would agree with that. Yeah,
okay.
It's like the only competition it has for me, because I'm not a huge action guy, is like John Wick 2. And
yeah, that's a good one.
And that was just really exciting for me because it was the day that I understood what the John Wick movies were not totally serious.
I think the best thing that I can say about Mission Impossible is that it really doesn't do anything all that special. Like it is a pretty textbook action movie. It has a lot. It doesn't do anything.
It's clever though. Like it has some clever. It doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it makes you look at the wheel in a new way.
Okay, yeah. Like that's I think that works in its advantage. Like it doesn't do anything over the top or like brand new.
Yeah,
but it does everything, like every action movie cliche. It does it in the best fucking way possible. Yeah, that just leaves you like amazed.
I will say this: this was the best identity themed movie since The Usual Suspects. Now, there's only really 2 identity-themed movies I can think of, The Usual Suspects and Mission Impossible 2, but a lot of identity stuff.
Yeah.
There's like a bad guy, you're spending the whole movie figuring out, who is this guy? You figure out who he is, and like in The Usual Suspects, you gasp a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of masks going on. If viewers going in, if you have any aversion to masks, this movie is not for you.
It's
a lot of masks.
They have this tool where you can like basically clone a person's face, and you can tell that they just got that tool like 3 days ago. They Amazon Primed it, and they're trying to get their money's worth in the first week.
They are showing all their friends what they can do with it. They're so excited about it.
I cannot wait to start my campaign for Wolf Blitzer, Best Supporting Actor 2018.
Yes! Yeah, Wolf Blitzer is great in it. The best person in it, though, is
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
Fucking unbelievable.
Oh, my God. I was like 20 minutes into the movie, I was like, I can't tell if this guy's hot or not.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
And then, like, once... That happens to me in general with, like, people. It takes, like... People to me are like, you know, magic eyes?
No.
The 3D things where you got to look at them for a little bit, and then like once your eyes relax a little bit, you see what it is.
Oh yeah, okay.
That I get that a lot of times with people. Like I'll be like,
I'll be like illusion thing.
This thing seems okay looking, and then within 10 minutes, I'm like, this is the most unbelievable thing my face has ever fucking seen.
He really is, and so I guess I would give you that. A little bit of leeway if he was clean shaven because he's Superman. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, okay. So for 20 minutes I didn't know who he was.
I saw you tweet last night.
Half an hour in, I realized, it's Jamie Dornan.
I saw you tweet that last night that you compared him to Jamie Dornan, and I was like, this is a fucking massive disrespect to Henry Cavill, the actor and the handsome person.
So once I realized, I was like, wow, like this is. I was like, Jamie Dornan's good. I realized, like he's super hot in this, and because I thought it was Jamie Dornan,
my God.
And I was like, wow, I was like, those movies, those 50 Shades movies, did this guy such a disservice because he's fucking killing it. He's so hot. Love the facial, like his facial hair looked really, really good. Plays a bad guy very well, whereas in 50 Shades, and again, this is not the same person. He played a bad guy pretty poorly, and I was like, wow, this guy's amazing. And then I was looking at the credits, and I was like,
not him.
Are they going to do like with Jamie Dornan at the end? Because they're listing everybody else way before him.
So like Jamie Dornan, I've never really been impressed until he takes his shirt off in 50 Shades of Grey. Then I'm like, I kind of get why the ladies.
But anyone can do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Henry Cavill, it's almost like I don't want him to take his shirt off because I respect his face too much.
Yes.
But
eyes up here.
So I can understand why. Like he looks worse clean shaven, Henry Cavill. Like in the Superman movies, I'm not blown away by him. But as soon as you throw some that mustache is unbelievable. Throw some scruff on him. He is a hunk.
And he does the move that I like to do sometimes, which is scruff and the mustache you let go a little longer.
Exactly. Yeah. I like that look.
Yeah.
They called him the Hammer in this movie, and it made me think, like, he deserves the name Armie Hammer so much more than Armie Hammer deserves it.
Well, Armie Hammer's probably like 25th on the list of people who deserve the name Armie Hammer.
But like I could see if Henry Cavill's name was Armie Hammer, he'd be the biggest fucking star in the world.
We should come out with like a list of people who deserve the name Armie Hammer more than Armie Hammer, and then we can drop Armie Hammer in the list. Another idea that I had is based on Jamie Dornan, this classic Jamie Dornan Henry Cavill mix up. We should come up with like an all bootleg team because Jamie Dornan is the most famous person to be on the bootleg team. I feel because he's bootleg Henry Cavill.
Yeah, that's fair. And then I think. Honestly, like I tried to watch Upgrade this week, but it was an illegal site and it was terrible quality. I couldn't get through it. But I think that bootleg Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
I feel like bootleg Tom Hardy is becoming a star in his own right, but he's always going to be bootleg Tom Hardy.
Good. It's taken him like 20 years. He's come a long way since that one season of 24. So good for him. Yeah, no, but there are some good bootleg people out there.
Yeah.
Like I hold bootleg Tom Hardy in very, very high esteem. One day we'll maybe even know the actor's name. Like, that's how far he's coming along. But Jamie Dornan, I would feel, is probably the... Let's see. Yeah, Jamie Dornan is the only bootleg person I can think of whose name I actually know.
Yeah, right. So, who is like actually like starring in his
I feel like
franchises.
that's a disservice to him. That means that even though he's technically doing really well and starring in stuff, he still can't get out of the shadow of a guy who I just figured out wasn't Jamie Dornan.
Yeah. Are we waiting for Jamie Dornan to like be a star? Like, are we waiting for him to get his shot?
I don't know. I mean, I pick Dakota Johnson in that
arms race.
In that arms race between the two. She's so much hotter than him, I will say.
I don't know.
Are you you're not a big Dakota Johnson guy?
She like catches me off guard here and there, but she doesn't consistently bring it for me.
She's just had some. I think she's only had bad roles. I can't think of a time I saw her in something and I was like, "Fuck, Dakota Johnson brought it there."
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, that's a very pretty person.
Yeah. Speaking of pretty people, the woman in Mission Impossible really did it for me.
Mission Impossible 2.
Mission Impossible 2, yes.
Yeah. I hadn't seen the original Mission Impossibles, by the way.
Me neither.
I hadn't seen the... Oh, really?
I'm sure I've seen one at some point, but like I had no basis for like all... They referred to stuff a lot.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, you should have never let him go, blah, 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 blah.
I was like, I don't know, maybe he had his reasons.
You should have killed me. And I was like, well, I'm sure that's important, but
I was like, there's two sides to every story.
Yes.
I have no idea. What was cool about Mission Impossible 2? No love story.
No love story.
Yeah.
Well, they mix in a lot lot
Yeah, well, there's a lot of flirting, but I mean, that's life.
True.
What's life without a little flirting? You ever do some flirting?
Nah,
flirting,
not for me.
I
did really, really like the dynamic of the White Widow or the White?
You know who the White Widow was?
No.
Homegirl from About Time.
No way.
It was what's her name? Joanna. The main girl, Rachel McAdams' friend.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you not remember her?
No.
Okay. She's like this, she's kind of a crazy person in About Time. But yeah, I saw her, I was like, oh shit.
She's the one dating the guy who gets in like the, oh no, because that's
that's the sister, yeah. Not Kitty.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. She was great. Like the dynamic of, hey, I'm sort of your boss, but we got this thing going on, and there's clearly sexual tension. But it was done in a weird way because like Tom Cruise wasn't. You could tell that Tom Cruise like wasn't interested at all
in the White Widow.
Yeah. But like she wasn't letting him get away without flirting. Like she left him no choice.
Speaking of bosses, and I don't know if they're in the previous ones, so maybe people will be like, "Yo, if you saw Mission Impossible 1, you'd know that." Pretty cool, like. Slightly bigger than small roles for Alec Baldwin and Angela Bassett.
Yeah, like they were. I'm pretty sure Alec Baldwin is new.
Yeah,
I think, but I'm not sure. But yeah, no, like they were good in limited roles. Mm-hmm. Alec Baldwin was way better than I expected him to be because in the trailers, he had that one scene where he was like, "You were left with no choice in Berlin," and it was just like it seemed kind of forced and like awkward, but it definitely didn't come across as awkward in the actual movie. Speaking of trailer scenes that translated to the movie, the bathroom scene, where they have the fight, they have basically like a 3-way fight in a bathroom. Mm-hmm. And that scene was fucking incredible.
It was incredible, but it was also the most unrealistic thing in the world because it was a fucking club where everybody's doing drugs and nobody's going to the bathroom for 15 minutes at a time.
Yeah, and the most impressive thing for me about that scene. Also, that was the most poorly constructed bathroom in the world. They were just throwing each other through like walls and mirrors, and it was it was like Arrested Development. The model home. Just everything falls.
Everything
apart
was a home fill. Yeah. The guy that they're fighting, I won't say who he is because I don't want to reveal stuff about the movie. He was so good at fighting that I was. But there were a lot of scenes in this movie where there was like a bunch of people taking on one guy, and that happens a lot in movies, especially in action movies, where like a guy will fight a bunch of bad guys one at a time, and it'll be
the
like,
other guys stand around and don't do anything.
They don't just gang up on him, but it's always like, take out this guy, take out this guy, take out this guy, take out this guy, and there's one guy left, and he does like I don't want a piece of this, and then he runs away. If I were in like the group of bad guys fighting, I would just be the second guy, and if the first guy gets his ass kicked, I'd be like, "Hey, everybody, we're turning around." It would appear that he's gonna kick all of our asses one by one, so let's just go.
The guy they're fighting in the bathroom, a big fan of throat punching. He throat punches both of them, and I really like the fact they were both like, "Fuck, that really hurt," and they spent some time being like, "Oh shit."
But that guy was so good at fighting that I was like, if this guy's so good at fighting, he could just kill them both immediately.
Yeah,
like he could, like, instead of a throat punch, he could do like one of those moves where you like rub somebody's ear a certain way and then they just die.
This happens in action movies all the time, obviously, but like. There was so many parts in this movie where they just got the absolute shit kicked out of them, and then they don't. They
shake it off.
Yeah, they shake it off like 2 minutes later. Like in Skyscraper, The Rock got his fucking ass kicked, and like he had the after effects the entire rest of the movie. I'm pretty sure he limped through 98% of that movie.
Yeah,
well,
100% of it. Yeah,
but like he got beat up, and he kind of wore the effects of that throughout the movie. And this one, they both get punched in the throat very hard, and they don't. There's never like a like their voices are fine.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise gets thrown off a motorcycle at full speed.
Yeah.
And limps for about 3 steps, and then he's good to go. They both get in a very dramatic helicopter crash that probably neither one of them would survive.
Yeah.
And they fight after that with basically no being not banged up at all. So it was I would say if you're like if it bothers you when things aren't realistic, maybe not your movie, but
you wouldn't be going to see Mission Impossible 2 anyway if you're
right. So like for me, it's not a detriment because I want my action movies to be over the top. I want them to be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this is the most over the top ridiculous action movie ever, and it's awesome.
There is as you mentioned, a great helicopter chase scene. When you hear that, you think, what do you mean helicopter chase scene? One helicopter is going in one direction, and the other one is trying to hit it. And there's a scene where the person who's about to get hit, I won't reveal who it is because we're not a spoiler podcast, says, "This crazy son of a bitch is trying to ram us." And I'm like, that either of you guys are participating in this scene at all makes you both crazy sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Although I always love that in a movie when someone calls someone a crazy son of a bitch. Like, I'll never get to the point in life where someone will be like...
even in that world, Henry Cavill is wildly impressed at how insane Tom Cruise is.
And there's the spoiler.
Yes. And also, here's a spoiler. Sorry to do it to you, but the mission is, in fact, possible.
I would bet... I haven't seen the first however many. I bet that they're all possible.
Yeah, no shit.
In those rules, in like their little crazy world... where you can fight a guy who's the best at fighting and then a minute later just move on.
It is kind of funny that this falls in the Mission Impossible realm because that mission that they had was very possible because at the very beginning of the movie they have a chance to stop it all from going down.
Yeah. And
all they needed to do was hang on to a briefcase.
Yes. Instead they have side conversations. But also I knew the mission was possible because... that's been the plot of like 4 seasons of 24, and every time they knocked it out.
That's what I'm saying. Like it is, they did not reinvent the wheel at all. There's what is it? Plutonium.
Yeah.
There's 3 plutonium things.
The mission is you've got to stop this guy from assembling and detonating a nuclear bomb.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But for me, that just goes to show, like in Skyscraper. Not to keep going back to Skyscraper, but to keep going back to Skyscraper. Remember how I complained about the USB drive?
Yeah.
Like, that is the lamest fucking payoff in the world. The stakes were really high. It's fucking atomic bombs. I'll take that. I don't care if it's unoriginal. I'll take that 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000 to do that rather than like, oh, I've got this flash drive of names.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need you to be original with the things that is at stake.
That'd be a real twist if it's like they really want to get that nuke because inside of it there's a list of names.
Yes.
You're like, Well, when that shit goes off,
we can't let them blow up the list of names. We really need that list of names.
Right? They so want that list of names gone that they're going to nuke like miles and miles and miles of area so that no one can see that list of names.
DJ, you know how much I love my glasses. I'm not wearing them right now.
You're always going on about your glasses. You're like, hey, everybody, where's my glasses?
I love my glasses. I got them from Warby Parker. Did the old free home try-on program, and I found the best pair that fit for me. I love them. I wear them all the time. They're great tortoiseshell glasses. They're the best. So if you have some glasses and you want to avoid the headache that comes with the glasses buying experience, it's sometimes a headache. You got to go to the store. You got to try them on. You got to find the ones that fit your face. Don't do that. Don't go through all the hassle. Go to warbyparker.com, order the free home try-on kit. It gives you 5 pairs of glasses, and you can try them on for 5 days. There's absolutely no obligation to buy. They ship to you free. They include a prepaid return shipping label, and the glasses start at $95. That includes prescription lenses, and the lenses have anti-glare, anti-scratch coatings, all that fancy stuff that you want. For every pair you buy, a pair is distributed to someone in need, which is really cool.
Ooh, nice.
And if you have an iPhone X, you can download the Warby Parker app, which lets you use their brand new feature, Find Your Fit. Find Your Fit uses iPhone X's true depth camera to map and measure key facial features. Using these measurements, Find Your Fit recommends approximately 12 Warby Parker frames that are likely the best fit for your face. Whether your face is ugly, whether your face is pretty, whether your face is disfigured, it will find the best fit for your damn face. So do it. It's very important because you always want glasses that fit your face. So go to warbyparker.com/brunch for the free home try-on program. Again, that's 5 glasses for 5 days, no obligation to buy. I've done it. I love it. It worked for me. I found the best pair of glasses. I love them. warbyparker.com/brunch. Go do it.
Warby Parker, hey, give me back my glasses.
I saw 8th Grade this week as well.
Yeah.
And for me, honestly...
Was it all the feels? Oh my God. Do we need to talk about how Bo Burnham reinvented the coming of age, blah, blah. I didn't even see this fucking movie, and I hate it because of how 2018 it is. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of in the same boat, but it had a lot of expectations, obviously. Like, people are fucking raving about it. It's Bo Burnham's directorial debut, and they're like, oh, Bo Burnham's so fucking talented.
Talk about Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham's so talented. It makes me so mad how talented Bo Burnham is, blah, 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 blah. Like, people act like Bo Burnham is the first fucking guy to be talented with multiple things. Like,
that's a ridiculous thing. Yeah, that happens all the time now. Like,
yeah,
oh my,
like Childish Gambino.
This guy who likes art likes different art. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Do you realize that every fucking stand-up comedian who goes on to have like a successful acting career is a master of like multiple arts?
Right. Like you think that every actor didn't do like theater at some point, right. You know?
Like I get Bo Burnham is like
I like Bo Burnham. I'm a Bo Burnham fan.
I know, and like he's
I don't
sort
like
of all
talk about Bo Burnham.
He's sort of all over the place. Like he's a comedian. He's a pretty good musician. Mm-hmm. Like he's
got some bars.
Been a good actor. Now had a great directorial debut. The hype for me didn't meet expectations for me, this movie. Like I was a little disappointed. Like it was definitely an enjoyable watch for the most part. It dragged a little bit at points. I was like, all right, where's this going?
Yeah.
It's sort of just like a character study of sorts.
Yeah.
And it does hit on a lot of things for an 8th grader. Like you'll be like, it made me think back and be like, damn, I kind of miss these times. But I mean,
middle school is just like the height of awkward.
Yeah, definitely. And it was a lot of this movie was super, super relatable. And he did a really good job of presenting it in a pretty cool way. Like there are several scenes where it's like, wow, the way that they did that was really cool. Like there's one scene in particular where this girl shows up at a pool party which she wasn't really invited to, but she was like invited
heard of it
out of courtesy.
Yeah.
And she shows up and it's like the cool girls party and she doesn't know anybody there. She's kind of alone. They have this scene where she's inside this sliding glass door while everybody else is outside before she walks out and like joins the party, and it like fucking pans out. It starts in like a super close thing. It's like very it gives you sort of anxiety, and then it pans out and it like has the entire pool party, and it sort of makes her feel detached from the rest of it, and it was really, really cool in the way that it was presented. So like I give him credit for like that kind of stuff. It's very creative, and the music is great, but again, like it didn't. The
music
wow
wasn't
me.
all Bleachers.
It sort of was.
I could see, right? Like I just know how
it was a very like indie soundtrack.
Everything has just gotten so fucking formulaic these days. Like this is what you do in 2018 if you want people to say that they liked your shit. Make it a coming-of-age film because it'll hit everyone right in the feels because they've been through that before. Like, yeah, that's what that is. Put Bleachers in it, I guess. And it's basically just like, go watch Love, Simon. Do everything that movie did. That was like a very bland, not as good as it could have been movie. And everyone was just like, yes, good. Yeah, awesome. And I just feel like this is going to be the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, it had a little bit of charm. It had a good message. It was feel good at points, and it was, like, feel terrible at points. But overall, I expected more. And, you know, I do think that it's a product of it being hyped up as much as it was. Like, if I had gone to see this and I had no idea what it was, and I knew that it was Bo Burnham's directorial debut, I'd be like, wow, good job, Bo Burnham. But the fact that everybody was like, oh, this movie is a fucking masterpiece, it's not.
I feel like it was, I have not seen it. I just feel like it's like another, like, it's a made for Twitter movie.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But yeah, it is what it is, but it's one of those movies that I wish I had seen a little bit earlier. Also, it was the worst fucking theater experience in the world, and I feel like I say that every couple weeks now. Like, how fucking hard is it to not talk in a movie theater?
It could be you.
It's not me. But how fucking hard is it? Going to watch a movie and being like...
Shut the fuck up in the movie theater.
The rules for seeing a movie are the easiest fucking thing in the world.
Yeah.
Go, shut the fuck up, and watch the movie.
Yeah.
And somehow it is so hard for so many people.
Be on your phone, but just a little bit.
Right.
Like you want to take a peek from now from
right.
I'm
fine with that. Turn the brightness down. Put it next to your thigh.
Yeah.
And whatever. We all do it. But this dude next to me at 8th grade was literally speaking.
Oh.
He was with his friends. He was probably... So I went to Kendall Square, and that's like around like a college area, I would say, right? It's like a youngish area.
It's in Cambridge, so it might as well. It's just like where,
it's young people.
Yeah. It's young people and old people.
Right.
There is no one there that is 39 years old.
So it was like a young-ish person, probably say like early 20s, with his friends. That's first mistake, first red flag.
Not old enough, not old enough to know how to go to the movies.
And he was literally fucking speaking to his friends and it was about the movie, which like okay, but shut the fuck up. And it's one of those movies, like, it's like you said, it's a peak of awkwardness. So he just kept addressing the awkwardness of the 8th grade girl in the movie. He was like, oh no, she's not gonna do this. Oh no. Like, he vocalized his cringes.
He's like throwing popcorn on himself.
Like, you know the AMC thing, like the when before the movie starts, it's like comes out with
shh.
No, not that.
Thing?
But like when the AMC is about to roll the movie,
and
they're like, "Thanks for joining us at AMC," and they show you like all those clips, of people watching the movies, and it's the most fucking overdone thing.
Like
the guy who has the popcorn, he's like holding it up, and then he just throws the entire fucking bucket on himself. That was that guy.
Jesus.
Fuck that guy.
You know what you could have done? Just talked louder than him. Just start talking to yourself.
By myself.
One time, it was in 2013, the Bruins and the Blackhawks were playing in the Stanley Cup final, and it was in the media workroom in Chicago, and everybody's sitting there writing, and a TV guy was recording like the voiceover for like a package they were doing, like the Bruins hit the ice today in anticipation of Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final against the Chicago Blackhawks. And so everyone's writing silence, and you can just hear like, the Bruins hit the ice today, blah, blah. So everyone's like kind of looking at each other like, what the fuck? So after this guy's doing like 5 takes of this, a writer just starts reading his story aloud as he's writing it. He's like, Nick Jalmerson said the blah, 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 and the news guy stops and he's like, you think you're funny, fuckface? And it was awesome.
She'd be like, yes.
It just went from like silence and one person being too loud to two people being too loud and trying to top each other. That's what you should have done. You should have been like, oh man, this movie hasn't been as good as I thought it was going to be. I bet that everyone's going to say Bo Burnham was all the feels, just to nobody in particular. That would have been fucking awesome.
Agreed.
Everything's on demand these days. Everything. Everything. Every single thing is on demand these days. Don't even need an example. Think of anything that's on demand, including postage. Postage on demand, you say? Yes. If everything is on demand, postage is a thing, so yeah. You could even get postage on demand. It falls under the cloud of everything. All you need is not everything.com, but stamps.com. With stamps.com, you can access all the services of the post office. Post office, how are we feeling on post office?
Love it.
Thumbs up.
Very pro post office.
Big post office guys.
But sometimes it's a hassle to go to the post office.
So then why don't you bring the post office to you?
Oh, shit.
You can bring the post office to you. You can bring the doctor's office to you. You can bring everything to you because everything's on demand. You know that you can even get postage on demand? Yeah, you can get postage on demand. All you need is stamps.com. With stamps.com, you can access all the services of the post office right from your desk. It can be a standing desk. It can be a sitting desk.
What if I don't have a desk?
If you don't have a desk, you can sit on the floor, lean against a wall, take out your phone. It can be iPhone. It can be
Samsung.
iPhone 2. It can be an iPhone X. It can be a Samsung Galaxy. It can be a Razr.
What about a T-Mobile Sidekick?
It can be a Sidekick. It can be an i860. Did you have an i860? I had an i860.
Cool, man.
You can get everything like that. So, with Stamps.com, you can access all the services of the post office right from your desk. Just sit down, fire it up on your phone, buy and print real US, but you do need a printer. You do need a printer, but you can get a printer on demand.
Oh, damn, I was going to ask.
You can get a printer on demand. Buy and print real U.S. postage for any letter or any package. All you need is Stamps.com. You can access all the services of the post office right from your desk. It's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just click, print, mail, and you're done. Stamps.com will even send you a digital scale. You can get it. You can weigh your letters and packages and print the exact amount of postage every time, so you're not left with some of that extra postage when you get too much posted. You want like a $2 postage, and they say, "Oh, we're making you get $3 postage." Don't go to that place. Bring the post office to you. I personally recommend it. This is.
Your word means a lot to me.
This is no Wikipedia, no tricks. This is me personally.
This is not written down. This is DJ.
From me, I'm putting the phone down. This is me, Brave Dave Bean, telling you that I recommend you use Stamps.com. So right now, use Brunch for this special offer. A 4-week trial. That includes postage and a digital scale. Well, I would hope it would include postage, because with Stamps.com, you get the postage. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the radio microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Brunch. That's Stamps.com. Enter Brunch.
Stamps.com. Please don't eat the postage. It's not edible. Please don't eat the stamps.
It could taste good, though. Stamps.com. With Stamps.com, you can access all the services of the post office right from your desk. Pretty good.
Stamps.com. These postage is tasty.
Stamps.com. Throw away the key.
I wanted to talk about this. Ryan Reynolds is making a Home Alone movie called Stoned Alone. And
it just sounds to me...
I think he's producing it, which like...
So he's not making it.
Right. But he's putting his name on it. It's called Stoned Alone, and it's basically about a mid-20s person, a mid-20s stoner who misses his flight. Mm-hmm. Get this. Because he's stoned.
Because he got high.
Yes. Afro Man.
Yeah.
Stoned Alone, starring Afro Man. misses his flight back home for Christmas because he's stoned, and he stays home, gets stoned, and he thinks that people are breaking into his house, and he's trying to thwart off a couple of thieves who he thinks are breaking into his house. But get this, there's another twist. They actually are breaking into his house.
Oh, really? So he thinks he's being paranoid? Yeah. But that sounds like a great movie.
It sounds like an absolute fucking wild-ass movie.
Sounds like a mess of shit.
Definitely going to see it. It's probably going to be terrible. But my bigger question is, are we allowing Ryan Reynolds to get away with this shit?
Right, like, does Ryan Reynolds have this kind of clout to do something like this? If this were James Franco and Seth Rogen, I'd be like,
I'd be
par
amped.
for the course,
yes. But
they can still be in it. I hope they are. Maybe they can be the robbers.
Maybe Ryan Reynolds can just like take the reins on this and then kick everybody else out and then just bring in Seth Rogen and James Franco.
So the $1 million question is, does Joe Pesci make a cameo?
No, I feel like this is going to be completely detached from Home Alone. Like,
yeah.
I feel like Home Alone is not giving this movie its blessing.
No, but it doesn't need to for like Joe Pesci or Macaulay.
That's true.
I could see Macaulay Culkin being in it.
Yes,
Macaulay
for sure.
Culkin does Father John Misty videos these days.
He's in a band that sings about pizza.
Right. That's the thing. It sounds like it's all in the same world where like it's kind of this weird reimagining, which is what Macaulay Culkin does when he's not doing fucking
I feel like this is Macaulay Culkin's idea.
Yeah. Macaulay Culkin's going to be the star of this.
Yes. I hope so. That'd be amazing.
Come full circle.
Yes. But like, I don't know. Like Ryan Reynolds just doesn't have that.
No.
I feel like he doesn't have the resume to get away with like making like he's not in a space where he's done all he needs to do and now he's getting creative.
Yeah.
All he's done is Deadpool. Like that's the only
hate
thing.
Ryan Reynolds, but I've never thought that he was great.
Like
I've never been like, oh, fuck, Ryan Reynolds killed
I think
it.
Ryan Reynolds, the person, is awesome. But, like, Ryan Reynolds, the actor, is not that accomplished. Like, not that esteemed.
You made fucking Van Wilder, dude. Like,
he's done Deadpool, obviously, which, like, has skyrocketed him up the charts. But, like, before that...
Just Friends, Van Wilder?
Movie?
Those are the only two things I can think.
No, what's the one with... is Just Friends the one with Sandra Bullock? No,
Amy
that's
Smart.
The Proposal.
Yeah.
The Proposal is a very, very underrated movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Him and Sandra Bullock, great chemistry.
But the Proposal came out during that run where if
your
movie like that doesn't have Katherine Heigl, no one's taking it seriously.
It's true.
It's like, come back when you have Heigl, motherfucker.
It's just like it's like a TBS rom-com. It's a TV rom-com.
Nice.
Like that's all that is. You know who else is doing that shit? Like
Who?
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
And now Matthew McConaughey is like an A-lister. Are we putting Ryan Reynolds an A-lister? Probably.
Yeah,
but
I think that he's just always just because he looks like an A-lister, you know?
Right.
He's like he like snuck into the area by dressing the right way and looking like
and taking off his shirt and having abs.
He looks like he belongs, so they just let him be there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this movie. Now, all I saw was the headline that's like Stoner Home Alone. I was like, this sounds stupid, but I like all those twists, man. I'm into those twists. Yeah.
He's also doing a movie called Detective Pikachu, which is a Pokemon. It's like a Pokemon movie. But he plays it's like a live action movie, but it has Pokemon in it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I guess. It's gonna be fucking weird as hell. I guess Danny DeVito's in it too.
Really?
I think. I don't know. I don't have all the details here, but I know that Ryan Reynolds is in on it.
That reminds me, I can't say what it is, but I'm actually interested in making this. I don't know when I'd have time to do it, but I am going to make my directorial debut.
Oh, shit.
I thought of I don't know if it would be a series yet, but I thought of a concept for a television show, and I'm actually interested in, I can't believe I haven't told you this yet. I thought of it 2 days ago. It's been all I've been thinking about. I'll talk to you after the show.
Okay.
I have thought of a brainchild. It would be, I'm interested in making the pilot and seeing where it goes from there. It would be unbelievable, and Bruntouchables would fucking love
Can we throw it under the brunch umbrella? We're trying to improve our video content.
So here's my
YouTube
thing.
Presence.
Here's my thing. I would be in it. I would like for you to be in it, and I would like for Randy to be in it. But the catch is, you have to accept or decline the offer before I tell you the premise of the show.
I can already tell you that I've done worse shit with you than whatever idea.
You know what's funny? So we did a thing around Christmas time for an episode of Boston Sports Tonight. They were like, DJ, you want to do your weird shit? Like, make this a Christmas episode. And I was like, awesome. So we did some stuff. Pete was involved, and there was a little bit that Pete was a part of, and Pete thought he was terrible. Pete hated it afterward. Like,
I was terrible,
you were
and it was
pissed
bad
afterwards. Like, you were like, that sucked. This wasn't good. God damn it. A kid came up to me at that camp thing and was like, hey, I just want to say, the Christmas thing that you did when Pete showed up, like the Santa Claus thing, he was like, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen on TV. And I was like, Pete hated that.
That kid is not going anywhere. I'm sorry if that kid is listening right now, but you're not going anywhere in life if you enjoyed that, because that was the worst fucking TV segment that I've ever seen in my life.
It was just a thing where...
It just felt completely flat. Like, I felt like a comedian bombing on stage.
But, so, yeah. But that's... So, I don't know. I've got a weird brain when shit like that,
like I'm down to get weird.
does fall flat. I think that's so funny.
I mean, like, so it stung and it stunk, and I felt really bad about it. But it would have been one of those things where, like, all right, this is a learning experience. It's going to be funny in a week. Yeah. But like, the reason why I was so mad was because I don't get opportunities to do TV a lot, and I'm like trying to prove myself every time I do get an opportunity to do TV.
Yeah.
So when I got that and it just completely fell flat, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to wait God knows how long before like I have to sit on that.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing if you can just put a bad performance behind you by getting out there the next day and
exactly.
and
it's
kind
like
of redeeming yourself.
Yeah, if you're a healthy scratch like most nights and they put you in and you are a fucking disaster, you're thinking about that until the next time you play. Right. And then when the next time you play, that's still probably on your mind. You're like, I hope I don't fuck up like I fucked up last time.
Guess what?
I didn't fuck up.
I haven't been on Comcast since.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't been on the airwaves since. So it still stings a little bit.
It was funny, though. Like, the only thing that we've done together that afterwards you were like, fuck, that sucked so much, was a thing that a kid came up to me and he was like, I thought that was the best. Yeah, like maybe it's like The Room or something. It's gonna have that bit is gonna have like a cult following.
I think I did compare it to The Room like right afterwards. Because,
really?
Yeah, when people like criticizing me, I was like, "This is like this."
People,
is The Room.
People weren't were people criticizing you?
Yeah, like that. Like, well, I was getting like tweets being like, "Yo, what the fuck was that? That was terrible."
I just know that what's his face did that. Steve Peralt.
Yeah,
but that's because there was like some jealousy in play.
Yeah, and I think my response to him was like, people said The Room was terrible at first too, because this was during Christmas time, and that's around when The Disaster Artist came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was very fresh in my mind, and so I think I did compare it to The Room.
Nice. Yeah, don't listen to the haters. Listen to that kid. I totally agreed with that kid. I was like, dude, yes, that was the best thing in the world. You're totally right. Speaking of the best thing in the world, I told you I was going to see 8th Grade, but it was a trick. It was a twist. I went to see Mamma Mia, Here We Go again, and in IMAX, as
Here
you said.
You went again.
And it was, man, like, just confirmed. What a great movie.
It is fucking fantastic. Somebody asked me a question on Twitter this week. What's better, Mamma Mia 2 or Sing Street? Closer than I would ever expect.
Different
for Mamma
movies.
Mia 2. Different. I would still put Sing Street way ahead, just because of, like, Sing Street's
more of a real movie, though.
Exactly. Yeah. That was my reasoning. Sing Street has more of a plot, is more of a real movie. I would say it has a little bit more charm.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more unique. And also,
it's coming of age film, so it gives you the feels.
It has its own music, and Drive It Like You Stole It was the best song of last year. But honestly, Mamma Mia 2, kind of close. Like, if you had to rank La La Land, Mamma Mia 2, Sing Street, what's your ranking there?
I feel that it's inappropriate to have Mamma Mia 2 in that discussion, but I like Sing Street as much as I like La La Land, maybe a little more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you said that you've got some new Mamma Mia 2 takeaways.
Yes. Just mainly two ones. I have a million of them, but mainly two ones. So they all leave graduation before they graduate.
Yeah, they don't get their diplomas.
They don't get their diplomas. The graduation starts. They say, all right, we're going to have this the valedictorian come on and give a speech. And she starts singing ABBA songs. Then they all get up and fucking dance away. And they ride out of there on bicycles. It's like,
where do they also get those bicycles?
I don't know.
Everybody had bicycles. It was like a group of 80 people, and they all had bicycles.
They
definitely didn't ride their bikes to graduation.
They also had friends 1 and 2 had wireless mics ready in like the 70s. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on there. Mamma Mia, here we go again. More unrealistic than Mission Impossible 2.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Again, sequels though, just killing it. The other one this is the biggest one. Amanda Seinfeld,
still laugh every time.
Throws up, says, "I know what this means." And then tells a party full of people that she's pregnant, and they do
after the first vomit.
They do a whole performance about it without taking a pregnancy test. That is insane.
Hey, when you know, you know.
Right? She ends up having a baby, but man.
Also, aren't you supposed to wait like 3 months before you tell anybody?
I think it's like 12 weeks. Yeah, you're supposed to. Yeah, 3 months, and she just blabs right away that she's pregnant. It's Kelly Kapoor just every now and then tells everyone that she's pregnant.
Wild. One of these times you're going to be right.
Yeah. Got some listener feedback, by the way. It is implied that Harry Colin Firth is gay. It is.
Really?
So, yeah. Like it's. I think that it's. I believe in. Maybe in the play, they're a little more overt about it.
Okay.
But I mean, Harry's the. I'll tell you what. It's also implied that
Harry
he's
rules.
The best of the
explains
three.
why we like him the most.
Yeah, right. Why we're drawn to him.
I want to know though: is the Greek ferry attendant gay?
I don't know. I just think that. I don't know. I identify a lot with that Greek ferry guy.
But he was also the most...
a bit chatty.
Yes, yeah. A bit despised.
Yeah.
A bit mean, a bit rude. But, he did love Colin Firth the most. So maybe there's a gay-to-gay connection there.
Yeah, but you don't need to be gay to love Colin Firth in that
obviously,
movie.
Obviously, we both do.
He was such a babe in that
gay
movie.
Then we're not gay.
Yeah. The old Kinsey scale.
Yeah.
I also forgot... about Colin Firth, I want to be nominated for something. I don't know what he can be nominated for, but I would love if he gets like a Best Supporting Actor nom. There's always one category every year where just for some reason there's like no real candidates. Like a few years ago when Joanne, what's her name?
Joanne Fabric.
Who's the girl that wears a dress very well? I can never think of her name. I feel like my brain has a...
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore, yeah. When Julianne Moore won for Still Alice, there was just... like she was the great Best Actress nominee, and then that year there were just like no other real great options. I hope that this year there's not a lot of great options for Best Supporting Actor, so they're like...
Well, last year it was fucking stacked.
For what?
For great Best Supporting Actor.
Okay.
So maybe this year kind of the wells run dry a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully. So they throw
Colin
Firth in there.
What if the Academy just threw in a category this year and was like, hey, Best Mamma Mia Dad?
That would be very easy. Did you see the...
you only need one more.
Yeah. Did you see the Reddit
Oh, no, wait.
thing?
Now you get Sky.
Yeah.
He's clearly the fourth and the worst there, but like you need four nominees.
Yeah. Sky sucks, though.
Worst.
I hate Sky.
The worst.